What's going on, everyone? Tallen back here, and today, first off, I want to say happy holidays, Merry Christmas, all that stuff. Hoping you guys are enjoying your holidays and everything. I finally just got off for my winter break, so I'm off from now until the 7th of January, so I'm definitely hyped for having a couple of weeks off, although most of it is going to be working with my own channel, Five Night Gaming, and all that fun stuff. I'll be spending a few days with my girlfriend and everything, but other than that, yeah, I'm definitely excited that it is winter break and 2020 is just about over. So, and of course, that means tons of Dokkan information. So I decided to translate this because we're in a really weird situation with Dokkan for once when it comes to New Year's. Generally in the past, right, when it comes to the information that's going to drop for the celebration and everything, it comes out at midnight the day after Christmas. So the 26th at midnight, generally we would see all this information, but all the celebration stuff isn't starting until the 28th of December, and it's the 25th, which is Friday. So if you look at my calendar right here on my computer, we still have a couple days of just nothing really going on, obviously. So I figured, thanks again, shout out to the usual guy here, dokkangame.db.org. This guy's over on Twitter and everything. All of us follow him. He always leaks, he already doesn't leak it, but he just shows us the information from the data downloads and everything like that. We have basically 90% of the confirmed information for the celebration. So I was like, well, why don't I just translate it? I mean, it's gonna be the same thing. Anything extra added in is mostly just gonna be, you know, like story events. The official EZA, we actually have kind of confirmation what the next EZA is going to be, but again, always take it with a grain of salt when it comes to that kind of a thing, because again, they just throw random EZAs out like no tomorrow. But other than that, we know quite a bit actually. So I was like, okay, well, why not just translate this all for you guys? And yeah, we're just gonna go with it. So I'm gonna try something a little bit different. Actually, funny enough, using the live chat that's right below me, because this is also a screen I can use for live chat if I want to. I'm gonna be putting the dates and everything, or the confirmed big information that we know, right below me when I talk about it. Okay, now if I obviously missed something because it's the first time me doing this, then sorry, you know. But obviously there will also be little dashes and indicators in the time bar on this video as well. So if you just hover over it, you'll be like, oh, he's talking about this here, and this here. So I'm just gonna be trying that. So something a little bit new, but nonetheless, let's go ahead and get started. Okay. First things first, when it comes to when this celebration is actually starting, like I said before, this is starting on the 28th of December, okay? So by Japan time, this is when it starts, right there, okay? So it's going to be at midnight, obviously, is when the missions generally start, and then the band, we actually do have confirmation about when the banner's coming out and everything. I know DBZ Space does that and everything, but sometimes it doesn't go, it goes not really according to Japan time for me personally. So this actually helps me out a little bit better, because I'm probably one of the few people who play the Japanese version, who speak English, and they live in Japan. So yeah, anyway, but regardless, so the 28th, so 26th, 27th, free weekend basically for most people, and then 28th is when everything starts up. Again, though, if you're on, you know, more of a Western style or Western time, then that means it's actually gonna be on Sunday your time. But anyway, regardless, so first thing that we're gonna be getting here is a new Oolong item. Basically what he does though for this support item is, for one turn, you will raise your allies attack, everyone's attack will go up by 20%. And then for every orb that you collect, your crit chance goes up by 1%. This cannot be stacked though, so you can't use 2 items or anything like that. So it'd definitely be interesting. This will definitely benefit you the most, I believe, in the punching bag event or punching bag like events. So keep that in mind right there. One thing to note though is that the only way to obtain this item is both in the year end and the starting year's missions right here, okay? This is the Japanese for end of the year. This is the kanji for beginning of the year, which makes sense. End of the 2020, beginning of 2021. You can only get it through the missions, which I will be translating in this video. Don't worry, because for once it's actually in an order that I actually like. So that's really, really good. I'm just gonna translate them now. So if you happen to see this video later on, again, on the video bar, you'll see exactly where I'm translating the missions and all that fun stuff. So yeah. Anyway, so that is the only way to obtain this particular item during this celebration. I'm sure later on, either it could show up in a story event, or it'll just be added to the Baba shop, kind of like the rat item. So we'll have to wait and see. So anyway, first things first is the new LR Prime Battle Boo and Bobbity card. So this actually starts off as a Bobbity and then goes into an LR Boo and Bobbity card. We already know what they've done. I translated everything already in my previous video. If you haven't seen that, go and check that out up in the top right corner right there next to my head. But it comes out on the 28th at 5 p.m. Okay, so basically if you go into your calendar, again, 28th is when we know the celebration is going to start, but 5 p.m. is generally when a normal celebrations banner would drop and everything and all the events and everything. So this is sticking to that. That's when this is going to start. Okay, one thing to note though is that Janemba and PyCon a little bit different actually. So let's go and take a look. Here's Janemba, here's PyCon. Here is the time that their banners are supposedly releasing. Now, I do have to stress this, that at the last minute, they could change the times. It could be a placeholder time, all that stuff. It usually is the correct time. You see it over on DBZ Space as well. But just to be safe, it could get pushed back a little bit or push forward, I guess. Who knows? You never know, right? So anyway, bottom line though, the banners will be dropping at the 28th of December at 11 a.m. Japan time. I was talking with Truth and I believe this should be 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Adjust your clocks as you need to. Again, time differences and all that fun stuff, right? Now, we already do know kind of what the banners are going to look like. We know that PyCon is going to have both the Year 5 Gogeta and the Year 3 Gogeta on there. And then Janemba is going to have the Year 3 Vegito on there and the Year 5 Vegito on there. And then PyCon gets Boo and Gotenks is going to be on the Janemba banner. Kind of wish Boo and Gotenks would switch because I'm only personally summoned on the Janemba banner. I'm going to get into a separate video about what I think about both PyCon and Janemba. But personally, for me, I want Janemba more than PyCon. That's just my personal preference. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, guys. If you are summoning, obviously, I know if you're like either free to play or you just don't really care about these guys, you're not going to summon for them. But let me know if you are summoning, which of these two are you going to summon for? So anyway, so we know these are going to be the banners. We don't know the other featured units, but these are the big main guys that you'd want to see in your summons and everything like that. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so 11 a.m. Japan time on the 28th, we know is when the banners are dropping. We're also getting a brand new story event. We knew about this from the reveal and everything like that over on Jump Festa. But basically, we are getting a brand new Veku, or Beku actually is how you properly pronounce his Japanese name. But he is a Fusion Warrior category, key plus 3 stats of 50%, 12 key super attack, which is his only super attack, is going to be a high chance for his attack to get increased for 1 turn massively, okay? And then he does supreme damage. Own attack up 150%, defensive 50%. Every time when you come back on your turn, your attack goes down by 50% or 10%, which for a total of 50%. And basically, when you super attack, you have a medium chance to crit. And when you attack, then your defense goes up and your dodge chance goes up by 10% for a total of 50%. He's actually super AGL, same with PyCon. So two AGL guys, we're all for that, okay? And this guy's event drops at the same time as the LR Bobbity's, our LR Bobbity and Boo card, which is at 5 p.m. Japan time, okay? So if I'm doing that correctly with Pacific Standard Time, that is 12 p.m. because of daylight savings times. Again, time differences and everything. That should be 12 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on the 28th if you're living, say, on the West Coast, okay? All right, moving on. We have the brand new categories for both Janemba and for PyCon. So for PyCon's here, this is his category. It's kind of okay in my personal opinion. I don't really have any like, oh my gosh, or it's trash kind of things. It's just, it feels like they're running out of ideas for these categories at this point. So, okay. It is what it is, I guess. PyCon, unfortunately, and again, I'm going to talk about this in my kind of breakdown impressions video when I talk about after looking at what they've done, you know, via like Truth's videos and everything like that. Again, his category is kind of okay in my personal opinion. Same with Janemba's is kind of just kind of whatever. Mostly Janemba's mostly gonna be running on, you know, like transformation boosts and movie bosses, because again, the dude's only on, well, he's on 3 categories now, but mainly 2 categories. So you're mostly gonna be running him on those. It's not to say that you can't utilize Janemba as a leader by any chance or by any stretch of the imagination, because you have to remember he gives 170 to this particular lead. Same with PyCon for his other lead. And then he's extreme lead for 130 across the board. So yeah, you can still run double Janemba if you want to. All I'm going to say though is that either when this guy gets his EZA, hopefully it should be really, really good. But as for now, it's going to be the Inch Janemba, lining him up with this Tech Janemba. That is one dangerous combination because best link in the game, big bad bosses. Fight me on it. I will. Yeah, no, big bad bosses is the best link in the game. So it is what it is there. So those are the new categories. And other than that, that's all we really know. Now, again, that's not everything that will be seen in the celebration. We already know, we're obviously going to see Battlefield. Battlefield comes back every single celebration. We're going to see new, other story events return, old ones that we haven't seen. We already know about the new one because of the new TUR Veku and everything. And then we'll probably see Chain Battle in there somewhere. We don't know what the category is yet, but they've been doing this thing now with Chain Battle where we do see the category a few days earlier, which it would not surprise me if it's going to be one of these two or something like that. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully it's not, but knowing Akatsuki, it's definitely going to be. So now, with that being said, the big question though is the EZA. Who is the EZA? Well, it's literally impossible, aside from knowing what we've already gotten, what the next EZA is going to be. They have gone just through a bunch of villains, and then all of a sudden, boom, they went into Gogeta randomly, right? So it could be anything. However, there was a tweet made by first by Truth, who was talking with Hydros, and then Hydros clarified, talking about the sprites in the game being updated and everything. So Hydros makes a quick note here saying, just to clarify, the sprites that Truth we're talking about are story curtain arts, not the battle sprites themselves, which makes sense. They've never changed any of the sprites in game for any of the new EZAs. But they updated the Angel Goku one, assuming for the events with PyCon, of course, and then the Frieza one was updated too, apparently. So basically what he's saying from that is that they believe that the Tech Super Saiyan 3 Goku could be the next EZA. It makes sense. I mean, right now we've got Tech Super Saiyan 3 Goku, we got Tech Super Saiyan 2 Goku, we got Tech Super Saiyan 3 Goku, SSJ 3 Gotenks, we have SSJ 4 Goku and Vegeta, we have Physical Cooler, and that's about it. That's 5 right there. No, hang on, I'm missing one. Oh, who am I missing? I don't know. We got AGL, we got Int, we got Tech. Oh, STR Janemba, we just talked about him a little bit ago. So that's 6 right there. So again, it could literally be any of those. I do not expect it to be Janemba STR. It technically could be. I don't know. But again, it could just be very random. I mean, who knows? It could be Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks for all we know. Or it could be I'm going to honestly, my money right now, just because of how random they can be, I'm saying Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. That's what I'm saying. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is going to be EZA. If he doesn't, oh well. If not, if he does, then okay, cool. It is what it is. So, but yeah, anyway, so just keep that in mind when it came to that right there. So, and then, yeah, so this is all of that and all that information. So the last thing to go over basically is now the missions for us. Okay. So I am going to translate all the missions for you guys real quick, because thanks to this website, it's in a order that you will see on the actual mission screen. Usually when it came to DBZ Space, just because of how the layout was, it was technically in the right order, but it confused me a little bit sometimes. So personally, this is exactly where it needs to be for me personally. Okay. So 2 things to note really, obviously, is that we have the LR Prime Battle Krillin campaign. We already got the kind of prelude to missions to it. So it's like 10 stones and things like that, if you already had them at LR status and Rainbow and all that fun stuff. So just like every other single LR Prime Battle campaign before it, we get 20 stones for having them at LR. We have 7 Kais for getting them to SA20. And then we have all the orbs back if you have them 100%. This event's been out for quite a while, so I'm pretty sure most of us have this guy, unless you're a brand new player. All right, so let's step into the daily missions. Now, the daily missions also prove that this is exactly when the campaign will be starting, because it says midnight on the 28th, Japan time, which, again, based on past ones when it came to when this information was released in the game, it was always right after Christmas, but they're choosing to do it on the Monday, I guess. So maybe it was on Mondays and I'm just not remembering it clearly. But again, 6 years of doing this game and everything, you're going to forget those little itty details sometimes. So first off, let's start with the daily missions here. Daily missions are use 20 act or more, or stamina if you're playing on global. By the way, this is obviously only for JP. Global, I know you're having your own part 2 of your celebration right now with the Tanabata banner and everything. Clear 1 stage, clear 2 stages, clear all daily missions. Very simple, okay? So in my personal opinion, when it comes to these daily missions though, it's both good and bad. Good because it's giving you a ton of free orbs every single day, all the way until the 22nd. That's a lot of orbs right there. That is a lot of orbs. The downside though, for maybe more free-to-play players, is that we're not getting our daily stone from our daily missions. So you're only getting stones from the logins, and that's it. Now, it could be that we do see 2 stones a day for login missions, and that's the reason they're not doing it here. They've done that in the past. But again, we'll have to wait and see when all that information comes out, okay? Moving on to the actual missions themselves. Now, noted for these missions here, this is for the pre-2021 missions, essentially. So there are actually two separate missions. These ones release on the 28th, just like when the events or the celebration starts and everything. And then there are missions that are going to release on the 1st of January. One thing to note when it comes to this right here is that this complete all the daily mission stage one starts on the 1st of January. So this item doesn't come until the 1st of January, it seems. So is there no complete all the item or complete all the daily missions extra mission or anything like that? There might not be. We don't know. So again, that's one of those little things I mentioned at the very beginning of the video that something might be changed, but overall we generally get the most information. Daily missions have always been easy. You guys have never needed me to translate those for you. So anyway, moving on. So these are the before 2021 missions, but again, they go all the way until the 22nd, so don't feel like you have a limited amount of time to do them in terms of a week or something like that. You've got all the way until the 22nd of January. Okay, so the first one is to clear stage 3 times in a particular category, and it tells you right here, movie hero category. So have one character from the movie heroes category on a team with you, clear 3 stages. Very simple. We've seen these types of events over and over and over again in missions and everything. So that one's pretty simple, okay? Next one is to Z awaken somebody. So SSR to UR, again, very simple. Dokkan awaken somebody, again, very simple as well. Complete 1 story events, that should be simple as well. 3 story events, 5 and then 10. Do a Dokkan event 1 time, Dokkan event 3 times, and Dokkan event 5 times. And then finally, clear, why is this not extended? 300 act or more and clear all missions. Okay, so stopping right there for just a split second. Those are the missions that will be available for us starting from the 28th of the month until the 22nd, but those are the only missions. Then when the 1st comes, so the 1st of January, aka the new year and everything, we get these missions right here. Okay, so starting basically wherever you see the Ulan item. So the next one is to spend 2021 Baba points or more. Okay. The next one is to collect 2021 Zenny or more and clear the stage. The next one is to collect 10 rainbow orbs in a match or in an event, basically, and say you're good. Because obviously you can't collect 10 rainbow orbs in one go. The most you can collect is 5. So 10 just simply over time. So again, you'll get this in a Dokkan events. You either get them in Super Battle Road or anything like that. Actually, Super Battle Road, be a little careful because technically when you go from one battle to the next, if you don't collect the 10 in there for some reason with the rainbow orbs, then that won't count. So a Dokkan event is actually your best bet when it comes to this type of thing. Okay. Next one is to actually use the new Ulan item. Okay. So use it in an event and win and clear the stage. Okay, I'm gonna come back to this mission actually because both Goresh and Truth were talking about it on Twitter for a second, and I agree. And I was talking with Goresh when it came to translating the Japanese and everything. So we'll come back to this one in just a second. It's actually really easy, but it's just the implications of it. Then Z battle 1 time, 3 times, 5 times, 7 times, 10 times. Clear 20 stages in total. This can be anything except for world tournaments. We're not gonna have a world tournament because we literally just had one. 1 time only. This is actually really fun. This is like harking back to year 1 days. Deal 202,100 damage or more in a single event or an attack technically. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure all of us can do that type of stats, even with a total free-to-play team. So yeah, you should be able to get that no problem. Let's see. Take no damage 5 times in stages. Again, those are gonna be like your orb stages and everything. Do nothing but super attacks in the entire battle 5 times. Again, very, very simple. Just be careful if you get it as an additional attack that's not a super attack. That counts against you, and you have to do it over again. Clear stages 3 times in under 2 minutes. 500 act, 800 act. Clear 10 of these missions and clear all of the missions. Okay, so that's actually a decent amount of stones for what they are giving us. So I mean, a lot of these older celebrations we've had recently, you barely get any stones from the missions. So it's not bad actually. Okay, so going back up here to this right here. Here it is. Okay, so the mission itself for this is actually very simple. Attach a skill orb to somebody. Very simple, okay? But what it shows is 2 things. They always give the extra information down here about what will not count towards it and everything. And right down here says, if you exchange or change out or put an EX skill orb onto somebody or take off the EX skill orb, it doesn't count towards this mission right here. And that is because EX skill orbs are those new skill orbs that we found in the data game for a while ago, where essentially every time you take off a normal skill orb, it disappears for good. EX skill orbs will not disappear. You get them back and you can put them on another character if you want to. So for example, if you have an EX gold additional 3, then you don't lose that if you want to replace it with, say, a level 4 additional gold equip or anything like that. So this is really cool, but it's indicating that this is coming earlier to the game than we expected with year 6. Because generally year 6 is where all the new mechanics come in, which we do expect to see, like the costume stuff that they were talking about. Not like you can just change costumes willy-nilly or anything, but there were apparently some costume stuff that was found in the data files and everything. So I don't know, we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen there, but it's just something to note that Goresh talked about, and I even confirmed it when I was looking at the Japanese, and both he and I double checked our kanji, and we're like, yeah, no, it clearly says that if the EX skill orbs are out during the time of this mission, and you try to take off an EX skill orb, it will not go for this unless you're putting on a normal skill orb. So for this mission, you get to put a normal skill orb on, assuming that these EX ones are coming out at the same time. So it's just something to think about. Again, we don't know 100%. Maybe Chain Battle introduces them. We'll have to wait and see. So, all right. Anyway, last bit of missions to translate real quick before heading off here is that we are going to be getting some weekend banners. So those weekend ticket banners that we get generally during any kind of random holidays or anything like that. Well, generally the holidays bring in the Go Tanks missions to get extra stones. This is just simply a weekend banner. So we've had these a few times. So basically, let's see here. So the first one comes on the no, hang on. Let me make sure I always get the dates right. Okay, sorry, no. First one comes on the 9th of January. So that is going to be here. So this Saturday, Sunday here. So that's a couple weeks from now. So, we got time and everything. But basically, the missions to do that you can get these tickets are very simple. Clear 1 stage, clear 2 stages, clear 3 stages. Very simple, normal stuff, okay? Next one to come around will be on the 17th. So that is going to be obviously, it's going to be the 16th, 17th right here. So pretty simple right here. So these are going to be the following weekend. Again, clear 1 stage, clear 2 stages, clear 3 stages. And then the final one will be from the 23rd to the 24th. 1 stage, 2 stage, 3 stage. Very simple. So there are all of our missions for this entire celebration. Again, just note the dates when they come out. They're not all going to be all at once and all that fun stuff. So, but yeah, other than that, guys, we've gone over the banner. We've gone over all the events that are going to be coming. Again, the one guaranteed thing we just simply don't know about just yet is the EZA, because again, we never know what EZA is coming out. But if the thing that Hydra's talked about is any indication, then who knows? Maybe it will be. So anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for the video. Sorry, it's a little bit of a long one. I just want to go through all the details and information. But let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Are you gonna be summoning? Do you like the event? Do you think it's got a lot of fun stuff? And what are you most excited for? So anyway, guys, that's me for the video, though. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. As always, leave a like if you liked the video. Subscribe if you happen to be new. Until next time, everyone, I will see you all in the next one. Johnny.